I'm not just someone's girlfriend moment. My boyfriend's gaming buddies kept calling me a gamer girl until I accidentally revealed my Twitch username during their tournament stream. Jonathan had been hiding our relationship from his esports team for months. I'm a software engineer who games in my free time, but he was worried about the drama. His teammates were notorious for being toxic toward women in their space. Finally agreed to hang out during their practice session after weeks of him begging. The moment I walked into Tyler's basement setup, I could feel the judgment. Wall-to-wall gaming posters, professional streaming equipment, and 4 guys who looked like they hadn't seen sunlight in weeks. "So you're the girlfriend," said Jose, not even looking up from his monitor. Jonathan finally brought his cheerleader. They were immediately testing me. Tyler pulled up some obscure indie game from 2019 and asked me to identify the main character. When I knew it, he moved to asking about frame rates and graphics card specs. Each correct answer just made them more suspicious. "Let me guess, you only play mobile games?" Tyler laughed while adjusting his RGB keyboard. "Or maybe just watch Jonathan play and pretend you understand what's happening? I bet she plays on easy mode," Jose added, finally turning around. "Probably uses auto-aim in every shooter." Jonathan looked uncomfortable but didn't defend me. I bit my tongue and sat in the corner while they started their tournament prep stream. Their Twitch had maybe 200 viewers on a good day. The passive-aggressive comments continued for an hour. They'd explain basic game mechanics to me like I was 5, made jokes about booth babes, and kept asking if I needed help understanding what was happening on screen. "Don't worry, gaming can be confusing for girls," Tyler said into his headset. "The controls are pretty complicated." I watched their viewer count hover around 180 people. Chat was mostly dead except for a few regular followers asking about their tournament chances. Then someone in chat donated $5 asking about relationship advice. Jonathan started reading the donation out loud, stumbling over the username. "Thanks for the $5 from XX Nightshade_QueenXX. They're asking about how to deal with long-distance relationships." I nearly choked on my energy drink. That was one of my top subscribers. "Wait, isn't that XX Nightshade QueenXX?" I said without thinking. "They donated $50 to my stream last week asking about the same thing. I told them to communicate more." Dead silence. Tyler slowly turned around in his gaming chair, RGB lights reflecting off his confused face. "Your stream?" Jonathan looked puzzled. We'd been dating 8 months, and somehow he'd never connected my real name to my online persona. I kept my streaming separate from my day job. "Yeah, I stream Tuesday through Thursday nights," I said casually. "Usually get around 15,000 viewers for variety games." Jose's controller clattered to the floor. Their chat suddenly exploded with messages. I could see people recognizing my voice, asking if it was really me. "Holy shit, you're Nightshade Queen?" Tyler whispered, pulling up my Twitch page. "You have 400,000 followers." The viewer count on their stream jumped from 180 to 3,000 in 30 seconds as word spread. Donations started pouring in, asking for a collaboration stream. "You sponsored that tournament last month," Jose said, scrolling through my content. "The one we couldn't afford to enter." Jonathan was staring at me like I'd grown a second head. "You never told me you were internet famous." "You never asked what I did in my free time." I shrugged. "You were too busy being embarrassed of your fake gamer girl girlfriend." Their chat was going insane. My moderators had found the stream and were spamming emotes. The viewer count hit 5,000. Tyler looked between his screen and me, processing that the girl he'd been condescending to for 2 hours had more gaming credibility than his entire team combined. "So," I said, standing up and grabbing Jonathan's controller, "ready to learn how to actually play this game? Because from what I've seen tonight, you guys could use some coaching." The donation alerts wouldn't stop pinging. Chat was begging me to destroy them in a 1v3 match. Tyler's face was pale as he realized he'd been mansplaining gaming to someone who literally made 6 figures playing video games professionally. "Maybe we should restart this whole introduction," he mumbled. Jonathan just sat there grinning, finally understanding why I always beat him so easily when we played together.